My name is Edwin Colon. My rank is airman. 2 tours in Vietnam because I went back to Vietnam on the second tour of the USS America. Okay, the trial was great. A lot of people complain, maybe, I don't know, but I always said that I made fun of that and to a lot of friends of mine. I don't know about you guys, but I ate good. I have to tell you, we had 24/7. When you're in operations, you're in Vietnam, there was 24 hours, 7 days a week that you can go down and have something to eat because you never know, even though when someone is going to be, something is going to happen and that your hours, some more planes have to be taken, you're off for 12 hours, but sometimes that doesn't happen. But, like I said, chow hall was great. My sleeping quarters was, I always said something, and I'm going to say this in camera, and I hope nobody kills me. I was born in the Bronx. In 1967, there was no such thing as everybody having air conditioners. We did not have air conditioners. I did not, I went into the Navy as a tough young man. I came out of wuss. I had air conditioning. I slept in Vietnam. I slept like a baby. Well, not really. Sometimes when they have an air crash and they're coming in, they make a lot of noise. But you get used to it just like anything. It could be a subway. We're from New Yorkers, it doesn't make any noise. And so you can get used to that. But the air conditioning, we never had it. I grew up not having it. So when I first came out and I was out of the service, I never could forget this. The first hot day in New York, I couldn't take it. I could sleep. I said, this is it. I can't do this. I can't do that. Yes, the Navy made me a wuss. Yeah, I have to tell you that. I went out and bought an air conditioner, never slept without one since. I'm sorry. It was just, this is the truth. And the food, like I said, the food was very good. In many instances, another thing I could say, I was born, we didn't have that much. I never forgot this. When we left Vietnam, the reward, so to say, we had, and I hope that people don't take this the wrong way, but this is the way the Navy treats their personnel. We had steak and lobster. Now, I never had that. I'm sorry. I was and you can go back as many times as you wanted, all right? And this was the Navy. That's the way they treated you. That was the respect that my commanders, my admirals, and my captain had for his men. I have nothing bad to ever say about that. I can tell you this right now. You get treated. If more businesses would probably go and function like the military, I would definitely think that we would have a much better private enterprise. You would benefit by it. And it's kind of ironic. My boss in the job, I worked for a company for 30 years, and he was a man, Gene Cuda, who was a an Army Ranger, 101 Battalion, and he let us know. And he was a fantastic boss. I mean, he was just that way. He ran things the way it's supposed to be run. He respected each and every one of us, whatever you were whether you were black, Jewish, Hispanic, everybody was equal. He was a fantastic guy, and you learn from your bosses when you become a boss, you treat people the same way, because that's the way they do it. The owners of the company were even more of and one of them was an Army lieutenant, and when he got out. And that's an impression that you get, and it's the military background. I know a lot of people say, oh, let's face it, the only thing really working in our society, to me, is our armed forces. They do their job, they do their job well. And you have to respect them. Inside the military, while we were there, everything was, okay. But when I pulled in 1970, and my wife was at the pier, and the side boys, you know how we're in side boys, we line up in that time we were in in blues because it was December 21st, and we were all there, and they're singing "America the Beautiful." Wow, that's tough. Knowing that that was going to be my last salute. So, after I made my second tour in Vietnam, I was released. I started, my son was already born, and then I had another boy, and my princess, my daughter. And I have to tell you this, they are my life, and they know it, which is great. They're very, very well young men, two young men, my daughter, and I have 8 grandchildren. We raised a family. I have kept in touch with the USS America through here and there, and friends. I have a compadre. This is my son's godfather, which is my best friend. We do everything together. He was in the Navy with me all the way up through the same period of time. We made a friendship that has lasted a lifetime. He is exceptional, and he happens to be here with me. I did half the driving. He did the other half of the driving from Pennsylvania. He's from Long Island. He drove to my house, left his car, and came up, and we're both retired, so which is great. And we plan on doing, since I just retired 2 years ago, but we've been doing a lot of things together. Thank God he doesn't mind driving up to the Poconos, and we do things there.